Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here in the lovely world of raccoons with me, Vanillaraccoon. Heyo! And in this episode, you guys, we are actually not going to be doing any type of landscaping whatsoever. We're actually going to be getting our build on in this episode. So, real quick, let's just take a little glance at what's different. If it isn't obvious, we have a lot, and I mean a lot, of bushes. And we also have quite a handful of trees just, poking around, hanging out. I was trying to come up with another little corny tree joke, but I couldn't think of one. So, much like what we did over there by the duck storage area, we added quite some overgrowth, and we even applied it over here, which I'm not really... Oop, hold on, hang on a second, hang on. Parkour! Parkour! Okay. Oh, we have a shield, so we can go ahead and do this. It's not a problem. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if applying the overgrowth effect over here is something I'm loving. It's certainly something I like. But I guess it's something I'm not really used to. And by that, I mean having a project that involves a lot of overgrowth, a lot of leaf blocks placed and scattered around. We have a neat little pathway, actually. It's not an official pathway for say, but if you were to... pardon me, I have vines on these leaf blocks, so it's a little hard to navigate through. But if you were to, like, for example, stray off the main path and go around through here, you can sort of find your way around. You can come up through here, and then you can even wander into this maze-like... What the... Oh, that's the lossless cooked chicken farm. You can even wander through what appears to be a maze of the sort, but it's really not a maze, but it could be perceived as one. And then you could just hop down here, and then bam, you're at the one duck storage facility. Quack. But you're also, pardon me, but you're also right over here by the chinampas. Chickens? Do we have any chicken that we can pick up? 11 chicken. Yeah, I'm going to let that accumulate a bit more before I gather the chickens. So, like I said, we're going to be getting our build on in this episode. And if you can hear my phone vibrating on my desk, I apologize. I have my phone not that far from my microphone. And hopefully you guys can't hear that. But, peeps, aspiring YouTubers, take a note. Do not have your phone notifications turned on. Keep it on vibrate is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what we are going to be building in this episode is, it's not going to be a storage facility. Well, I take that back. It's going to suit multiple purposes, because over in Baron Sarome's pyramid, I wanted to, in one of the chambers, have an enchanting area, but for the life of me, I really could not figure out how I wanted to go about that. I tried knocking out a few pillars. I tried a ton of different things, and just nothing really settled with me. So I decided, why not just go ahead and build something entirely dedicated to enchanting, and then also let's try and weasel in some storage into this build, so then if we get any enchanted armor pieces or weapons that we do not really want, we could just go ahead and store them away there. So this is pretty much going to be the outline of our build. Now, it is going to be a pyramid, and as for the name for this pyramid, I'm not going to go ahead and say it yet. I'm probably going to wait until the end of the video so I can explain it to you guys why I chose this name. But the thing that makes this build different... Ooh, the sun is going down. Let's try and wrap this up quickly so I can get my build on during the night. What makes this build different is that nearly, if not everything, in this ancient Mayan city was built by even numbers. And by that, I mean you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is 10 in length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in width. And then in height, well, that's probably a different story. But what I basically went was, instead of going by my rule of thumb for building, which is build on an odd number, I built nearly, if not everything, in this ancient Mayan city on even numbers. But this build is going to be built on odd numbers. And there's a reason to that. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to rest my head for a bit, get some shut-eye, and I'll see you guys when we have some progress. Alrighty, so we have pretty much most of the structure built. However, we are far from done, and that is because we're going to be building this structure, and then we're going to be doing, oh, wait a minute. Oop, teaser, spoiler alert. I wanted to go ahead and build the structure all in this episode, but I also wanted to do the interior part as well, and we're going to actually need a lot of this. Why is my volume so low? Oh, because the master volume is low. Sorry about that for those of you who care about hearing the in-game sounds. But the reason that is because I would like to start to get in the habit. I would like to get in the habit. There we go. I would like to get in the habit of starting a build in an episode for you guys and finish it in that episode. Not say, oh, right, we're going to come back to this in the next episode or in a later episode, because to me, at least, that's a form of laziness. And to be more specific, it's a form of procrastination. And for the most part, in my opinion, procrastination is not good. It is not no muy bueno, peeps. Okay. So this is the structure in itself. Now, I know I just said I wanted to finish it in a whole. I wanted to finish a whole structure in a video for you guys. And that's not the best. Who growl? Hey! Get out of here, fool! Oh, that's why I made that weird noise. I don't know how well you heard it. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and do this now on camera as well. But, okay. So the reason why I wanted to build this on an odd number is because I wanted to have a little, well, okay, how do I explain this to you guys? Okay, so I wanted to have an easy way to get in and out of the actual structure, in this case, this pyramid. And I thought about, okay, we could probably try and make a spiral staircase, but that's, to me, at least, when I think of a spiral staircase, I think of something along the lines of a Minecraft medieval, Minecraft rustic, Minecraft steampunk, Minecraft fantasy mystic. You get the idea. That kind of Minecraft build. Whereas this being an ancient Mesoamerican build, it's not really going to have stuff like that. I mean, it may just have simple staircases going like bam, bam. Oh, wait, no. Going bam, 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 bam. Like, something like this, you know? Just going, like, zigzags up and down. Not spiral. So, then I thought to myself, well, you know what? I've been talking a lot about Minecraft ruin builds, having vines, having that overgrowth, and applying that into the build for the environment, the atmosphere, whichever is the more appropriate term to use. And, oh, good, they grow. I wasn't sure if they grew because in my Let's Build world that I had built this and the vines were not growing. So, I thought to myself, all right, let's go ahead and use that to our advantage. Let's incorporate that into the functionality of this build. So, to get down, you can just easily hop down on this cobblestone and then bam. This is the build, by the way. This is one of the reasons why I also wanted to build it on odd numbers. So, when I thought, okay, let's try and have like an easy access in and out, whatever, how do we want it to look? And I kept coming back to that of something that could resemble what we would find in a desert temple or a sand temple, whichever you want to use. So then I thought, let's go ahead and just, place blocks like this, block it up, and then you would have to mine your way through. But then I thought, that's a lot of work, and I'm going to get lazy at some point. That part is okay when it comes to being lazy, in my opinion. So then I thought, all right, easy access, use vines, bam. Now, in my Let's Build world, what I have going on is I have something like this going on where okay, let's go ahead and actually grab the bookshelves and the enchanting table now so I can visually show this to you guys. Here we go. Do we have something with Silk Touch on it? No, we do not. So we're going to be really careful with this. So, let's go ahead and do this. And one more, just so we can begin to regenerate health. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then bam, 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 bam. So now, what we're going to do for our wall is we're actually going to now bring it around like this. Hang on a second. We're going to need to get more stone bricks. But I hope you guys are starting to get the idea as to why I was building this on an odd numbers. Because I wanted to have an enchanting room that pretty much looked like this. Now, when it comes to lighting, we can go ahead and place a torch down right here. Or we could go ahead and figure out something to go back there. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bookshelves. Okay, that's good. That'll be a good start for now. I think the magic number is 11 in order to get infinity on a bow, which is what I'm really hoping to get. So then I can get another mending enchantment and then place it on the bow and bam, be set full life. But this is why I wanted to build it on odd numbers. So then we could have little chambers that are large enough to fit something like this. Now, what we're going to do for the rest of the build is we are going to simply, hold on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, bring this out like this. Bam, 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 bam. Go ahead and just do this as well on camera, and let's light it up so that way we do not have anything hostile spawn inside the room. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so if you guys can really start to see it, sure, this is a room that's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's a 4x4 room. But once you start to furnish it, you then turn it into a 3x3, which is an odd number type of room. And when it comes to walking around, and that's, I guess I guess you could say this build is a mixture of being built on even and odd numbers, if that makes any sense. But once you get the furnishing in, then it's really a build that's going by the whole odd numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I will see you guys at the end of the episode. And it is complete! We even did some bone meal action going on, and then we grew a tree. But anywho, you guys, this is going to do it for the build. And actually, let's go ahead and easily climb up here thanks to the vines. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so unlike Baron Sarome's pyramid over there, quack, we have the whole pyramid built out of stone brick based blocks. However, to make this different, we're going to go ahead and have pretty much the base of it be composed of cobblestone. I will be throwing in some mossy cobblestone into the mix, and where the walls are at, I may actually go ahead and place some cobblestone stairs just to give it that wear and tear kind of feel. With age, things begin to decay. So the name of this pyramid, oh, can I hop up here to get a, those bushes are in the way. Okay, so the name of this pyramid is going to be the Hunters Pyramid. And this is going to be a place where in the Mayan culture, they often went to war with neighboring Mayan civilizations, or even the Aztecs or Incas. Now, because I said in a previous episode, I do believe that this was going to be the Aztec pyramid here in this ancient Mayan city, which actually, now that I think about it, really does not make any sense. But nonetheless, though, we can just go ahead and, use that thing called imagination. And for the most part, say, hey, look, this is a pyramid that was originally the Mayans, but the Aztec came and they claimed it. They traveled very, very far just to claim this one pyramid. But this is going to be the Hunters Pyramid. And to me, at least, it makes sense because we have our storage right here. We have primary resources we're using, and then secondary resources that we could use in our builds and projects here. But you want to have a structure nearby that can watch over your precious items, or in this case, our resources. Donkey. And why not let it sort of be an armory, but it's, because this is an ancient Mayan civilization, don't think an armory would really be an appropriate title. But nonetheless, like I said, the Mayans went to war quite often, and we could just go ahead and call this the Hunters Pyramid. Now, let's go ahead and take a look inside the Hunters Pyramid, because this is where I really went over the top with my interior skills that I'm still harnessing, but nonetheless, with practice comes progress. So, like we did on camera in the previous clip, this is our little enchanting room. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That doesn't seem right. Hang on a second. If I knock this out. Oops. Hang on. If I place a bookshelf right here, are the particle effects going to... Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, this is our enchanting room. This is where we're going to be storing our resources that are at the ready to be enchanted. As you guys can tell, we have a diamond pickaxe and we have 5 books. Now, in here are going to be the resources that we're going to need to craft such tools and or weapons. And the one thing I want to do on camera right now... Oh, wait, that's a lot of string that I had. Is I want to craft a bow. And I already did some enchanting off camera. I don't know why, but I could not get infinity on a bow. So let's go ahead, try this out. Power 3. Please don't let it be something poopy. Please don't let it be something poopy. Oh, it's poop. Tartar sauce. Okay, so this is going to be our little storage room. And like I said, because this is the Hunter's Pyramid, we're going to have armor stands throughout each chamber. We're also going to have quite a lot of storage going on. Now, I understand that there is not enough, there's poor lighting in this room right here, and parallel to it, we have another room, and the lighting is not so good in here as well. I was considering the idea of taking glowstone blocks and just sprinkling them around in the floor beneath the chest to give it some lighting, so that way we don't have to worry about coming down here and having a creeper spawn and, literally turning this into a ruins. But I don't know if I like that idea. I'm not entirely sure how bright the glowstone will emit light, and I don't want it to be too bright because although I tried to surround the neighboring cobblestone inside-wise, that is, with stone bricks, I don't want too much light to seep out from within, if that makes any sense. But like what we have over there, the one chamber is pretty much replicated around here as well. Now, what I did, just for the little extra minor detailing, is I placed stone brick stairs with stone brick half slabs, and I scattered them around. Different little patterns going on. Nothing too identical from the other, but nonetheless, I'm pretty impressed, actually, now that I think about it, because interior decorating is not my forte. Building is my forte. Interior decorating, and I guess you could say exterior decorating is somewhat my forte, but it's interiors where I struggle at. But considering this is a small, compact, possibly claustrophobic looking build within, I'm pretty content. Actually, no, I'm pretty happy with how I did with this. Because with each of these chambers, I wanted to have quite a lot of storage. Because with enchanting comes quite a lot of weapons and tools that we are not going to be needing or really want to use. So we're going to need a place to store them at. But that is not to say later on down the road, in the event we really do need something to use, we could just come and grab it. But unfortunately, you guys, that is all the time that I have for today. So if you like what you see, then please give that like button a hug and subscribe for the latest buzz. And if you had a blast with a good laugh, then make sure you favorite this video and share it with a friend or two. But until next time, peeps, this is Vanillaraccoon. Peace out. Quack.